This here is Highway 61 Filling Station Show.
Hi, this is Summer with the Highway 61 Filling Station Show. And I got that newfangled email, Eddie set it up an account, through something called Gmail. And they sent me a letter saying, welcome to Gmail. We're so happy to have you with us and all that. And well, then he was explaining that there's this thing where you get the domestic unwanted email, I only call it that because this guy came over from Austin, where they have a Hormel plant, and he was kind of mad. Well, he says this stuff here is the real spam, and if it's not in a can, it's not spam. That's what he said. So, and then he said we had to call it domestic unwanted email, or DUM. And then apparently the other people, some people like in New York City, they call it spam. Why do they call it spam? I don't know, but they do, and they say it's their civil right to call it spam, and that nobody's going to tell them otherwise. Well, and then what I remember was that back when the astronauts were, zooming around and with the rockets, and we had the Mercury capsule, and then we had the Gemini capsule, and then they took the Apollo capsule and flew it all the way to the moon, except of course Apollo 13, they just had sort of doing a trial run, and then they had to get out their slide rules and figure out how to get back here. But anyway, so get back to our story, that the astronauts called it spam in a can, when they had to put in their capsule because they didn't have any wings to fly and they couldn't, so that's why we got the space shuttle. Anyway, this here is good to eat. I like it, but apparently the Muslimic folks don't eat this because it's got pork in it, and the kosher they don't eat it either, and then you got the vegetarians, and they don't eat it because they don't eat meat. And why would they eat meat? So anyway, I think we got some problems because we don't need any more things to fight about in our country, and we need to be sure nice to be nice to each part. If the people in New York City, if they would like to be nice to the people that invented the spam first, shoulder pork and ham, that's what the word means, and they had it, all over the World War II and feeding the soldiers, and so if they would be nicer to those people over in Austin, and they wouldn't have to worry about not going through Interstate 90 because it goes right through Austin, and then of course they would go Interstate 94 if they're going to go to the Dakotas, and they wouldn't get to South Dakota, and they would miss Sioux Falls, and they would maybe not get over to see the Black Hills, and that would be a problem because they wouldn't come by here, I don't think, because they'd go up to Wisconsin and then over to, it's like Twin Cities and St. Cloud, and then up to, well, anyway, so they'd miss the whole deal, and we wouldn't get Highway 61 traffic, but I shouldn't be so selfish, but I need a job. Well, anyway, so we got those people, saying they're going to call it spam, and it's their right, and then other people saying we know what it means because we invented it, and therefore it's not right for you to just change it because you want to, Well, so I hope that they would be nice to other people because, and I hope they don't have to have some stupid law about it, or fight and all that. And I guess there's that guy that put his foot in his mouth, he's kind of a famous guy back east. He works as the vice president. He's not the president. He's just some other kind of president, vice president, they call him. And he puts his foot in his mouth a lot. And sometimes he says naughty words on the microphone, but we don't say those words here on this show, just so you know. Anyway, that's it for now. And I guess, you're supposed to do the like button, remember, and peace, and, we really need it today, so please, mean it with all your heart, please, and I'm going to say, see you later, alligator.
Highway 61 Filling Station Show. It's not just Minnesota nice anymore.